Ready to discover how computers remember things? It's way cooler than you think. Today we're diving into variables, Python's amazing memory boxes. By the end of this lesson, we'll understand what variables are, create our very first variables, master the naming rules, and dodge those sneaky beginner mistakes. This is where programming gets really exciting. So what exactly is a variable? Think of it like this. Imagine you have a box where you can store one thing at a time. You put a label on it like age or player name, so you remember what's inside. That's exactly what a variable is. Let's create our very first variables together. Here we have name equals Ali in quotes, and age equals 13. When Python sees this, it creates two memory boxes, one labeled name with Ali inside, and another labeled age with 13 inside. Let's visualize this. Here's what happens inside the computer's memory. When Python sees name equals Ali, it creates a box, labels it name, puts Ali inside, and remembers it for later. Same thing happens with age. New box, labeled age, with 13 inside. Amazing, right? Here's the magic pattern we need to remember. Variable name, then equals, then value. The left side is our box label. The equal sign means put into, not comparing like in math. And the right side is what goes in the box. Here's a super important rule that trips up many beginners. You must create your variables before using them. Python reads from top to bottom, so if you try to print a variable that doesn't exist yet, Python gets confused and shows an error. Watch what happens when we make this mistake. If we try to print score before creating it, Python says, "Hey, I don't know what score is." But when we create score first, then print it, perfect. Python is happy because it knows about score now. Now let's talk about choosing awesome variable names. Just like labeling boxes in your room, good variable names help you and others understand your code. Think of them as helpful labels that tell you exactly what's inside each memory box. Here's the difference between great and not so great variable names. PS, X, data, N, what do these even mean? However, player score, student age, first name, these tell us exactly what's stored. Always choose names that make sense, even weeks later when you read your code again. Python has some specific rules for variable names that we must follow. Names must start with a letter or underscore, can only contain letters, numbers, and underscores. No spaces or special characters allowed. And remember, case matters. Name and name are totally different to Python. Let me show you the variable names that will immediately crash your program. Names starting with numbers, names with spaces, names with hyphens, and using Python's special words like class. Python will refuse to run your code if you break these rules. Here are the mistakes in action. Starting with a number, using spaces, using Python keywords, all of these make Python angry. But look how we fix them. Use words instead of numbers, underscores instead of spaces, and different words instead of Python keywords. Let's test your understanding. Which of these variable names will work in Python? Take a moment to think about each one and apply the rules we just learned. Great thinking! The valid names are score, underscore score, score2, and my underscore score. The invalid ones? ToScore starts with a number, and my score has a hyphen, which Python thinks is subtraction. Here's a pro tip that will make you a better programmer immediately. Always use descriptive names like player health instead of PH, and use underscores to separate words like high score. Your future self will thank you for writing clear, readable code. Incredible work today. We've unlocked Python's memory system together. Remember, variables are labeled memory boxes that store one value. We create them with variable name equals value. We must create before using, and we follow Python's naming rules strictly. Most importantly, choose descriptive names. You've just mastered Python's memory system. That's huge. Next up, we'll discover the 4 types of data Python can store.